Just a quick update of what's happened lately. If you entered the giveaway and still haven't received anything, yeah, I had a slight delay in my life. I'll explain more right after this. I'm Rick, and this shut the heck up, you stinking roosters. Bow up for your sanity. This is the shack. Hey everybody, welcome to the shack. Yeah, I had a little bit of a delay. Haven't even been home for the last 6 days. Just got home last night. Yeah, I was up about 3 o'clock this morning, and I just been piddling around. And I'm gonna make my way out to the shop now. I'm gonna explain a little bit more. So let's get in, get set up. Haven't even been out here since Harvey visited. It's 6:30 now. Okay. Well, everything still looks the same. I never put my drink on my table. Leave it there. There's all the rulers. Still haven't made it. That's my newly repaired saw blade. I'll put a link up here to a video. I had a woodpecker blade saver. I've had them about maybe year and a half, and they're bad. If you have any of those, and you had them more than a year, I suggest you get rid of them. Don't destroy your blades. Check out that video real quick. So let me get everything set up, and I'll talk and tell you exactly what's been going on. Yeah, I've changed, only because this part of the video I did ended up being like 45 minutes, way too much. Saturday sometime I actually did a video on my phone, and for the life of me, I could not get it to upload to YouTube. I was trying to let everybody know that things were going to be delayed. So what happened? After dinner Friday night, on the way to the car, I actually started getting a little discomfort up here. And I've eaten the same thing many times and never had a reaction. So, sometimes maybe it was just bad food. Didn't think nothing of it, went to bed. Woke up about 3:30 in the morning in severe pain. I felt really bloated, so it was like your rib cages are down here. You come up, and it's right here where your breast. Hear that? That's the breastplate right there. Right underneath it, right here, I was like really bloated. Like it was really full. It was sitting very heavy, and I had extreme pain right there. I thought food poisoning. So I'm over by the toilet, hugging the toilet, thinking, oh my God, I'm gonna vomit. Something's gonna happen. Nothing's happening. I crawl into the shower, reach up, turn the water on, grab the wand, and just start soaking myself in hot water. That just helps. I like a hot shower when I'm not feeling good. Ran that over for me a while, and all the time I'm thinking, I'm surprised my wife's not even coming in. Doesn't even know I'm in here. I think 4:30-ish, I go back into bed. It's like I'm in still pain, but not as bad. It's like relaxed a little. I'm thinking maybe I got a weird migraine going on, because sometimes I get real bloated and I get very belchy, and if it gets really bad, I vomit. Sometimes I get migraines that bad, unfortunately. No one else in the family, we don't know where I got it from. Yeah, lucky me. Well, my luck's continuing because something else happened that very rare. My wife takes our cat to the vet, had to do some blood work. Getting up their age, just making sure everything's okay. 8:30 around there, maybe 8:30. I'm up again, and I am about ready to die. I crawl into the bathroom, hugging the porcelain. I know it's weird. I vomited a little, and there was nothing coming up. It was all liquid. I thought that was strange. So I just had dinner last night. That should be coming up. Why isn't that not coming up? So I'm sitting there going, trying to make myself vomit. Like, come on, get all this stuff out of me. Again, bad food, thinking food poisoning or something. I don't know. Oh, God, one way or another, it's got to come out. So I'm kind of sitting on it, and all of a sudden I start feeling nauseous. I go back around, a little bit comes up. And I call my wife, and when you come home, in case something happens, I need you here, because this is killing me. And she goes, oh, I'm calling 911 now. I said, no, you don't need to call 911. I'm not, this isn't not a medical emergency in my mind. I have a reaction to something, basically. She kept threatening, dial 911. I'm calling paramedics. I'm calling something. I said, no, I just got to vomit. I got somewhere else. I vomited a little bit more. Still just dry heaves almost, man. It's like, what the hell? Where's my burrito? Why is it not coming up, My wife tells me we got to go to the ER. And I hate to say this, because of the stupid stuff, all the coronavirus crap, all this vax crap. I don't care what you say, what you think. Everybody's got their own opinion. I'm a pureblood, and I'm very thankful for that. I not once do all that stupid shit was I even thinking about getting that crap put in me. I ain't putting stuff in me that has not been tested for 50 years. I want to have a lot of data behind it before you go to give it to me. The childhood stuff that we all get vaccinated from has been proven over 50 years now, and unfortunately, some people will have a reaction. That's just what it is. But 1 out of a couple million, those are pretty good odds in my opinion. And that's what I am dealing with right now. If I go to the doctors, if I go in the ER, I will not come home. That's in my mind. And I told my wife, I looked at her, I go to ER, I won't be coming home. They put me in the hospital, I won't be coming home. Exactly what I told her. But the pain got so bad, I said, I'm willing to take that chance. This is not going away. We got to go. So from about 3:30 in the morning till about 1, I am in excruciating pain, and I finally give in. We go to ER, and again, I'm thinking I'm going to be here for hours before they see me. My wife says, no, you're old. Oh, gee, thanks. That's a vote of confidence right there. No, you got issues, things are going on, they're going to see you. Well, praise God, yes. Because when I went in, described my symptoms, their thought was heart attack. So yeah, I got little preferential treatment because they're like, this dude's going to be having a heart attack. He's going to be flatlining. Yeah, we got to get him in quick. They got me in seriously within 20 minutes. I got a chest x-ray. She said they did some EKG or something. I'm like, I don't remember that. My mind is just a blur from 1 to about 5. So between 1 and 5, they got the EKG. They gave me a chest x-ray. And then I remember them taking me back to get a CAT scan. And I was talking to my wife the other day. I said, when did they put the IV in me? She goes, I don't know, I don't remember. I said, well, they had to have had it in me before I got my first CAT scan, because when I had the first CAT scan, they shut the dye in me. And that's not like a needle. That's already in a machine in your IV so it can run through. She goes, oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, so somewhere around before I got my first CAT scan, I got the IV put in me. Got the IV and went back out. I'm not hooked up to nothing yet. And somewhere around here, I think they said they gave me morphine, but I'm not sure because I was in major, major pain. And she said, if pain level 9 to, from 1 to 10, where are you at? I said, probably about a 15. I ain't no damn lie. I am serious pain. I mean, it had to be a hell of a lot of pain for me to be okay going into a hospital. Went back out, sat in there, and I'm literally kind of like bent over. I can't stand up straight. I'm just holding my gut because all in here, I'm just like, oh, this is painful. And I'm starting to get cold. That's not a good sign. So they got me a blanket. I'm sitting in a blanket. I'm almost shivering because I'm just getting cold. I don't know if it's just shock or whatever from what's going on. All of a sudden, they call my name, and I didn't hear them. And they call in again, and I kind of looked and I said my name. You calling me? They said, yeah. She goes, we need to do a second CAT scan. And I think my heart stopped. I looked at my wife and said, oh crap. Never a good sign when they want to do another one. They saw something, they didn't like it, they're doing another one because they want to make damn sure. So I went back again, had the second CAT scan, came out. So now we're probably looking close to 5-ish. And I remember the doctor came out and says, we're going to get you on a bed, you're not going home. And I wanted to cry. I'm like, oh damn, I'm going to die here. I'm not going home. I'm freaking, because I have never been in the hospital in my life. Only time I had been when I got my tonsils out when I was 5 or 6, or maybe, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5, I don't know. That's the only time I've been in the hospital. I have not been in the hospital since that day until this time. I don't take medications. I'm not unhealthy. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do all the bad stuff. I eat pretty decent. I have a sweet tooth, but I'm not to the point where I'm chowing candy and cotton candy and chips and things 24/7. I have them in moderation. I believe anything's good if you have it in moderation. Just don't overdo it. And if you don't have that, I don't know what it is. Because my wife doesn't have it. If we have Tootsie Rolls, she eats the whole thing. She can't just eat it a little bit here, eat a little bit there. That's why I have I get a bottle of soda. I'll sip a couple sips for lunch. I just like a soda when I eat. Why, I don't know. It's just what I like. Dr. Pepper. And then I'll have a couple sips and dinner. And not every time. I may have water, I may have juice or something, or I have a tea, but sometimes I just like a sip of soda. So that bottle can last 2 or 3 days. So I'm not overindulgent on stuff I shouldn't have. So I get back into the ER. They gave me a bed, and I'm on the wall in the hall in ER. Loud as can be, commotion going on, lights on, I'm in pain, I want to take a nap. I've been up since 3:30 this morning. No way is that going to happen. They get me an IV somewhere along the line, and then I know they had to have given me a second shot of morphine because it finally took the edge. And I know they came back and checked me one time and said, how's your pain level? I said, probably about a 7, 8. It's manageable. I can handle that. 9's pushing it, 10's probably there. Anything over 10, I may grab you, bite your head off, tell me, give me some painkiller. I don't like taking drugs and medication, so it's very hard for me to accept it. My wife went home because they would not allow her in the ER, in the hall, because they're very restrictive. And I'm thinking, great, I'm not in a state of mind to really do a lot of entering. I'm just kind of bearing with this pain. I'm not thinking straight. She said I had my phone with me, which I don't even remember having my phone. And I thought, wow, you're pretty brave leaving my phone with me. I could have lost it. Somebody else could have had it. About 1 a.m., they said, we got a room, a semi-private room for you. So literally, I went from in the hall, 2 beds down, there's opening here doors, they wheeled me in there, 3 beds in there. Semi-private my ass. Put me back in the hall, it was actually quieter, because all the nurses went in there, blah, 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 blah. I need to get some sleep. Shut the hell up. And that's what I understand. Nurses know. Why do you talk so loud when you have patients there? Should you not automatically bring it down, talk softly somewhat, without, like, people are trying to sleep here. We're not here because it's the Club Med. We're here because they're in pain. They're injured. Something's going on. They need rest. And you get no rest in a hospital. They're there yakking away. I hear the water going, they're washing their hands, ripping off the paper towels, drying the hands. I'm like, oh God, put me back out in the hallway, please. It was quieter. About 4:30, somewhere around that time, 4:30, they came back and woke me up again. I'm just not getting no sleep here. And they said, we have a private room for you. There's a small room, your bed only in there, and that's it. So I got my own room finally. Because they're still not sure, and they're thinking heart attack, so, you know, I'm not left the ER. I've been in the ER the whole time. I'm hoping I'm going to go up couple of flights, get me a nice room where it's quiet and peaceful. No. Anybody been in the hospital, you know. And I had no idea, so I have a whole new level of respect and understanding for what happens when you're in the hospital. And I actually had to call my aunt and apologize and told her I love you so much. I had no idea what you went through being in the hospital. Now, I still don't have the full, but man, I can completely imagine now because I went through some pain and hell for a while and I got it. My next 2 days, every 4 hours, and not once every 4 hours, one thing, 4 different things in the 4 hours, so about every hour or so, I'm getting woke up and I'm having vitals taken. I'm having the prick in my fingers, my poor fingers. This one here is still a little tender. And we're talking, this is Saturday. I got home Thursday evening. This one's a little sore. All my fingers had red dots on them. Every 4 hours, I was getting pricked for 5 days, checking my sugar level. So I'm getting vitals every 4 hours, pricking my fingers every 4 hours. And then the worst part is they're drawing blood for testing all my organs, checking things out, and they put me on this epinephrine. So now they're drawing blood every 4 hours to check the epinephrine to make sure that it's not too thin, too thick. They're trying to get that guidelines within the sweet spot there. So every 4 hours they're checking it and adjusting it a little bit. First off, they pump you full because they got to get this relief going. After that, it's like they shut me off for about an hour, plugged it back in, and started readjusting levels and got it to where it was good. So about 7:30, 8 o'clock, after getting in my room, the doctor comes in and says, you had a blood clot. But they weren't sure exactly, they're sending these out to specialists in UC Irvine and the one in LA, whatever the big one is there, I forget the name. They checked, I think in Utah and even Arizona, the big hospitals, they were talking to specialists. That's not a good sign either. They're calling a specialist out of state, and all these other hospitals are like 5 specialists they're conversing with, getting input from. Looking at my CAT scans, looking on my charts, trying to figure this out. So that was the initial diagnosis. I had a blood clot. Makes no sense. Freaking me out. Okay. I don't know if it was later that day when my wife was there or something, doctor came in and said, okay, basically you had something that is very rare and we don't have a lot of data on or knowledge on. So there really wasn't a complete plan of attack or any type of plan of preventative measures. Basically, on my phone, I had to get the artery down. One doctor came in 3 days later and explained it to me once they had a little more knowledge on it. It wasn't, well, I'll tell you the artery first. It is the hepatic artery. You got your main artery, it goes up and down. The hepatic kind of shoots off this way. It's on my right side. Off that is the gastroduodenal or something artery. I don't know how you pronounce the stuff. That's the one that had the issue, and that goes like to your gallbladder and feeds off to the liver and some other stuff. All these arteries, it's like a tree, everything branches. So somewhere in that gastroduodenal or something, I don't know how you pronounce it. I'll just put the name up there because I ain't going to pronounce it correctly. That artery, basically, the reason I am a rare case, and I'll kind of go back. What they know about it comes from autopsies. And I get a little emotional because I should have been dead. The reason I'm not dead is basically I had the artery tear on the inside. They call it like a separation or something. I forget what the technical medical term is. Somehow it tore interior wall. And your body doesn't know it's on the inside, so it's thinking maybe a cut on the outside. It sends the work crews out to stop the bleeding. So when he told me about this, I kind of explained to my wife like road work stuff. You know, we all know what Caltrans and all the delays and crap that happens with them working on the road. So if you have to go through a tunnel to get to work, that 2-lane tunnel is now cut down to 1 lane, so it's starting to slow down and it's starting to back up. Road crew is sitting there trying to patch the damage in that tunnel. Well, it's not going well, so they send more crew out. And you know Caltrans, so they got all these people standing around not doing a thing with the thumbs up the butt, blocking everything now. And that's the best analogy I can come up with. So now my artery is plugged, not from a traditional blood clot, because my body caused the clot because it's trying to stop this bleeding, repair this damage. So that early stages of discomfort was probably it beginning to slow down, and by 1 a.m. it was very restrictive. So my gallbladder, my pancreas, my liver, and a couple other organs that are directly in line with what this thing feeds is starving for blood, starving for oxygen, and basically they're like maybe shutdown mode. So that's why when they seen that and where it was at, that's why they immediately got me on blood thinner and brought me back, gave me bed, and told my wife he's not going home. Praise God. Why you had to go to this extreme measure to get my attention, I don't know. I think there could have been more subtle measures. But yeah, I mean, I am definitely gun shy now, and I don't know what to do. So that's what happened. I had a blood clot that my body caused because I had a very rare incident happen on one of my arteries that most people don't live to tell about. Most people, they find out about this after the fact because if it tears, it's so close there, you bleed out before you even get to the hospital and you're dead. So I am thankful beyond measure, but I think there could have been, I'm hoping there could have been better, easier measure to get my attention. Dude, come on. So I apologize for delay. I know what it's like to be in a hospital now. My fingers, I had red dots all over, my arms, again, 4 hours. And that's one thing that kind of made me mad. Okay, you're drawing, no lie, 5 to 9 vials to check all my vitals, basically all the internal organs. So they're doing different tests for each one of those. As the tests came back, numbers going down, it got stable, they drew less and less. But at the beginning, for the first day, I was doing, 8 to 9 vials every time. Then someone else come in and repulp me. I'm thinking, they just left. Oh, this is for your effort. Why in the hell can't you just add another vial of that and use it? Why you got to come back and poke me again? I'm looking like a junkie. My veins are hurting. They're getting sore because you're poking me so damn much. Man, I got them in here poked. All over the wrist here poked. You can't see here, but this vein, it was all red. But 2 days, it's all healed up. My IV is a little dot. I heal pretty damn quick. And even on blood thinners, I'm still healing quick. When they come in and started drilling me, what happened? What have you done? What do you do? Why do we have this? They couldn't understand it because I don't drink. Seriously, I think I've had 3 drinks this year. I don't drink once in a while. And what I do drink, I kind of like an apple martini. I'm kind of a sweet drink person, but I don't drink every day. I like wine, but I don't drink it every day. So I basically don't drink. 4 or 5 drinks a year, that ain't going to do nothing. I've never smoked. I don't eat bad. I do, like I said earlier, I have a little bit of sweet tooth, but I don't indulge myself left and right on it. I got M&Ms in there. I went in there, my daughter brought me some M&Ms when I was in the hospital. And I literally take 2 or 3. Maybe after dinner, I'd take 3 or 4 more. Sitting there at night, bored, I'd take 4 or 5, you know, just a couple here and there. One bag would have lasted me for 2 days in there. But she got me a big one, so I brought it home. Heck, I looked in there today. I go, what the hell? It's almost empty. My wife goes, yeah, you have no control. This would last me a couple of weeks minimum. You know, I like chocolate, but I don't eat a lot of it. I just like to have a taste now and then. Like, satisfies my desire. So they're looking at me like, well, how in the hell did this happen? You're healthy. Your livers are good. Your lungs are clear. Actually, after doing 2 CAT scans, your arteries are pretty damn clean too. I said, yeah, I don't understand it. And that's why they are completely blown away, and they don't have a plan of attack, plan of prevention, nothing other than putting me on blood thinners, allowing the body to heal itself. 2 months, I think, I go in for a follow-up CAT scan. They want to make sure. And then they do 1 more CAT scan after that. They said up to 6 months, not mandatory, but as long as everything goes well, up to 6 months, then I'm off the blood thinners and I'm good to go. And it's just a matter of, will it ever happen again? And that's what bothers me right now. How do I know that this vein, this artery, isn't compromised? How do I know that's not going to happen again? Because if it happens again, it could be the bad one. And I could be out here working and all of a sudden start getting weak, pass out, die right here, bleed internally and not even know about it. That's scary. If you entered the giveaway, I will try to get things going tomorrow. Sometime next week. I can't guarantee when. I am actually short on the mailing envelopes. I thought I had enough. I'm going to have to see about ordering some. Try to get in here, but sometime next week, I will be mailing everything out, so be patient. Those I'm going to go through when I go in here. I'm going to actually get the mailing list out, go through, because not everybody gave me their address. So the ones that have their address, I'll pack the ones I have now. They can probably go out Monday or Tuesday. Those who I don't have addresses, I will be emailing. Actually, I'm going to be emailing everybody, let them know, and a link to this video so they can see what's going on. But those who don't have an address in the email yet have to email me back with the address so I can get everything mailed out. So that is it. Sorry for the delay. Did not forget you. This was not planned, believe me. I had all the last week planned to do stuff, and I was out of it. I was in the hospital Monday afternoon till Thursday evening in that ER room. Never left ER, which sucks. All right, we're done. Thank you so much for watching. Be blessed. Take back check. Build it for your sanity. I'm keeping it low, keeping it calm, keeping it real for now. Not a lot of stress, not a lot of activity. Letting the body just chill. Monday, I will be back out in the shop and do a few little projects. I will film because I got to take care of some things in the house. And we'll just do little projects and see how things go. But I am going to make sure I just do a little at a time. Watching my fingers, watching my arms, watching my legs. Don't want to bump into things, run up against something, cut something, anything. I don't need that because the doctor says, I don't care if you're out here, you raise your head, hit it on the counter or something or a cabinet. He says, go to the hospital because being on these thinners, you could get a brain bleed. Lord, hit me hard to get my attention. I'm not taking a second chance on this. Very cautious from this point on. So look forward for emails from me if you were entered in that giveaway, and look forward for some small little projects, things coming out next week. Kind of weird stuff, but some things I have to take care of. And I'm just going to film it because I got nothing else planned right now. We will see you next video.
Everybody, welcome to the shack. I got a little news. This is quick and simple, straightforward. Yeah, I'm not at the shack. I got all kinds of things hooked up to me. Unfortunately, Saturday morning I woke up in excruciating pain about 3:30 a.m. Sorry about that. Hung around the toilet bowl, got rid of what I had in my stomach, thought that was it, and it never got better. So about 1 o'clock, my wife finally convinced me we have to go to ER. And long story short, I'm stuck here 3 to 5 days minimum, unfortunately. So anybody who entered the contest, I can't ship it out next week now. So it's going to be delayed a week. I apologize for any inconvenience this may cause, but this wasn't planned. So quick little update. I think I died. Just quick update. So just to let everybody know, as soon as I get out of here, get home, I will start shipping everything out. So thank you so much for watching. Be blessed. Take back your shack. Build up your sanity. I think I'm just gonna lay down and take a little nap. See you next video.